What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Come on, you guys. Well, with a little bit different video. Not long ago, I made a video titled, Is Yu-Gi-Oh! Dying? And in this video, I actually asked you guys, do you think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is dying? And I gave you examples of certain areas of where it actually has and areas where it can be. And I said there's still a chance. There's always still a chance. The player base and the Konami relationship is best described as a bad marriage. There's still a way to salvage it. There's still a way to save it. But to say it's not bad is a lie. And I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players that try to show the better side of it's not dying is for the most part saying, oh, no. That's a lie. No. Everything's fine. Guys, we're good. Okay? Konami was drunk and hit me last night. It's fine. It's kind of redundant. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and read your guys' comments. The first comment, of course, says, y'all ask this question every fucking year. Of course we do. Because the game has progressively got worse every fucking year. The fact that players still stick around is a testament to the players, not to the game, not to Konami, to us, the players. And to be honest with you, that testament is feigning. I mean, think about it. How many players this year alone, top players, are playing other games like Pokemon, One Piece, and Lorcana? How many? Sure, they do come back and play Yu-Gi-Oh!, but not as consistent. And that is because of Konami's lack of price support. One of the many things that players are just getting fed up with. It's always been annoying, but it's getting really bad. Especially every year as we pull it from the Nintendo Switch and the value goes lower. Another verse Glutonia is handed out yet again. The trophies, which are, I mean, my kid played soccer the other day, and he got a better trophy for being a participant than you actually win at a YCS. It's atrocious. Obviously, players are not playing this game for the price support, but other games are, and that's why you're seeing a lot of players move towards it. All right. Lack of YCS, private WCS events, expansive cards, several price support, banning custom match/leagues, and lack of alternative formats. Konami deserves and needs to fail. We need better. Haven't played this year yet, and I'm staying with that until they are fixed. So, I know a lot of people are going to comment down below and go, V, wait a minute, hold on 1 second. You still play Yu-Gi-Oh! In fact, I own a bunch of pretty expensive cards. I actually bought the UDS playmat. So what the hell, V? Like, it sounds a little hypocritical, right? Well, no. I still like to play this game. That's because I can afford to play this game. This game I see and take as a hobby. And the carrot on the stick for me as a player in this game is just going mostly to locals. Majority of the reason why I buy my cards and buy the nice stuff I do because I like it and I can afford it and I can go to locals. But take that and turn it to the average Yu-Gi-Oh! Player. The average Yu-Gi-Oh! Player doesn't have money to buy a UDS playmat, doesn't have money to buy a max rarity deck, and for the most part has to constantly struggle to keep up with the game. They want to be competitive and they'll travel to a YCS event, and for the most part they actually lose money. Even if they want to win the event, they still lose money. In fact, the majority of money that can be made at a YCS event is made actually going to these side events, winning that's a prize support, and then turning around and hawking that prize support. Recently, one of the players, I think, made top 4. I think it was Germany or it was England, or one of the nationals, turned around that same day and threw his trophy on Facebook to sell. That is how bad it is for a lot of players. I'm not saying I don't want better price support. I'm not saying I don't want better fixes for this game. Obviously, I do because I want this game to continue being played and grow. But to say this game is growing is just a huge lie. It's not. This game is declining. You can see it where the younger player base, which is the future Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, are just not existent. That's why I left Yu-Gi-Oh! For One Piece. So let me defend Konami for once, and this is a rare case I'm going to defend Konami. Bandai is a horrible company. If you think One Piece is the better version, alternative to Yu-Gi-Oh!, you are going to be wrong. Just like the Dragon Ball Super players are wrong. Bandai is a terrible company that does not know how to run a card game. Straight up. They bribe as many people as possible, from what I've been told. I will say it's secondhand. But more importantly, they rush through. So I'll give you a good example. With Dragon Ball Super, they had to go to that expansive universe because they ran through the entire series of Super within like a couple of sets. Of course, the player base kind of pandered off after that. And of course, Bandai keeps rehashing the same things, adding new mechanics, changing things, but not adding new basically regular cards. It's imagine Konami came out every 2 or 3 sets and said, all right guys, synchros. Every two or three sets, all right guys, new mechanic pendulums. 2 or 3 sets, all right guys, new mechanic links. The Yu-Gi-Oh player base would be a third, if not less than what it is currently today. So I don't think One Piece is definitely the answer. I think Bandai does, once again, great price support, but everything else Bandai does is terrible. Mind you, Bandai originally had Yu-Gi-Oh! Mind you, Bandai had Dragon Ball. Mind you, Bandai had Naruto. Mind you, Bandai had Dragon Ball Z. Bandai had a Dragon Ball Super. Like, they have all this, and they constantly fail. One Piece is a phenomenal anime, but it's going to fail because it's run by Bandai, who has a track record of failing all these other IPs. And you can go online and look it up yourself if you want to. I keep telling people exactly what you're saying, V, but the real issue is players like being abused and like being frustrated at Konami. Things will never get fixed, and that's why I've been focused on so much either older formats, casually, alternative formats. Casual, competitive is the only way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So, basically playing Edison format, Goat format, Tangle Plan format, and listen, I don't blame you. I think one of the best ways to stick up Konami's ass is to play alternative formats. I've been slowly moving towards that. Actually, I'm working on multiple alternative format decks myself, because I agree. I mean, it is annoying to be in the rat race and going to locals, and it's not as fun. It gets boring after a while. Like, Snake Eyes wins again. Whoop-de-fucking-do. But it is fun playing alternative formats. Saying, hey, listen, you know what? Maybe we'll do Goat format. Maybe we'll do Edison format. Maybe we'll do Tangle Plan format. And once you own those decks, you don't have to be in the rat race of buying more stuff from Konami. It's done. Oh, Konami has a reprint set and you can get a QCR of a whatever fucking deck? Okay, I don't care. I own the deck already. I'm not gonna buy QCR. I don't care about that crap. Go show somebody else. Go play the secondary market with the players that are playing your main game. I'll be in the side events playing my max rarity deck when it first came out, or maybe some other kind of rarity of it. But I'm not gonna continually buy your crap, Konami. And Konami's gonna catch on to that. And you're right. I think that will definitely help Konami go, okay, we gotta do something, because we're getting more players playing side events of alternative formats than our actual main event. There is an issue here. But until that actually happens, well, it's going to continue being like how it is, unfortunately. And I agree. Is Yu-Gi-Oh! Dying has been a competition since it came out every year, typically in the summer. And you're right, that is true. Absolutely. The difference is every year it has got worse. And I said that earlier in this video, but it's the truth. Every year, bad things happen because of Konami. And normally it's incremental, but this year it's expansive. And I think what Konami has been doing is, for the most part, my opinion, once again, comment down below, going into the secondary market and selling you cards from their secondary market. Not talking about, not reprints, but actually like selling it to you. Like, I'll give you an example. QCRs, no matter whether you like them or you don't like them, for the most part, were decent. Here's the issue, though. They made every rarity ultimate everything, and threw it all in one set. So they basically had you on a hunt chasing cards. But rather than pulling other cards, you pulled the other rarity of another card that you more than likely didn't want. You see what I'm going with here? Not only that, though, they're playing their own secondary market, meaning for a lot of players that do own, let's say, like a Starlight Rare IP Masquerena, which was the pinnacle rarity for that card, well, you can get a QCR IP Masquerena, which looks very eerily similar to a Starlight Rare. They basically ran out of alternative rarity, in which I don't know how you can do that in a fucking card game when you can make a full art version, but they're not doing that shit. So there's just a lot of things going on with Konami that obviously it's every year, but like it's getting worse and worse. The player base is waking up to it. There's not newer players coming in, so no newer players, new money coming in. So they're trying to milk the current player base, the current money, and they're doing it in a way that's obviously making players not want to play the game. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Would have changed drastically a long time ago. But I think a lot of dedicated players are suffering from the lack of sunk cost fallacy. I agree. A lot of dedicated players get banged out the most. If you love this game and play this game like I do, well, once again, not like really me, but like a lot of average Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, you get screwed. And I'm not saying I'm not different, but like I said, I buy all this crap because I like it. I have the money to afford it. A lot of players are, guys going to college, starting, have jobs that are, living paycheck to paycheck. They don't have the ability to do that. And if they love this game, if they're dedicated towards this game, Konami somehow finds a way to fuck them in the ass the most. I just researched believe. I'm not gonna read that. All right, Yu-Gi-Oh. that's a whole arc. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Rule 6, bringing back the pendulum zones. I don't think that's gonna really work at all. I mean, once again, if you want to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Dying every year, it would be because of new game mechanics. Yu-Gi-Oh! player has a pushback, and then they love it, and that's how it is. But yeah, I'm not sure if that would really do anything. Konami also does this where they put their foot in the player's base neck, and when they finally take it off, everyone cheers. As soon as YOUR YCS is announced, just watch. And you're right, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players push hard on Konami, and then when Konami gives it back to them, gives them the thing that they took away, they go, Konami's the best. It's so many players that are cucking off of this company that need to stop doing that shit. I agree 1,000,000%. There are times Konami does things that are good, and there's times Konami does things that are bad. And when they do something that's bad and they give it back to us, we shouldn't thank them for it. We should go, we should get more. You fucked us pretty good. But nobody's really doing that. And, well, especially you YouTubers. And why? Why would you want, if you're a YouTuber and you want to get on the good side of Konami, you can't do shit like this. You can't critique them. Or if you do critique them, you gotta critique it in a way that makes Konami look like the winner. That's what you're seeing a lot of here on YouTube, by the way. So you're seeing a lot of people going, well, you see, Konami really can't do, well, actually, when it should be like, hey, fuck them. Do better. Give a fuck, dude. Like, eat ass. I want this, that, and that. But once again, and it's always, I give an example. My favorite comedian is a guy by the name of Patricio Neal, and he makes a great example. If a shoe company is selling a new pair of shoes, new Jordans hit the street today, and the Jordans are $250. Everyone's going, "Whoa, what the hell? What the hell? That's like too expensive." But then they take the $250, and the reason was $300, and everyone's like, "Yo, I ain't buying those Jordans. Fuck you, not me." But then they go, "You know what? For this weekend, we'll knock out $20." Everyone's like, "Well, $20, that's not bad." I mean, they used to be $300. You know that, right? $300. They used to be $300. That's basically what Konami does. They just like, fuck you, out the gate, everyone freaks out, they do it again, everyone freaks out, and then they kind of like take it back a little bit, everyone goes, well, we should get fucked a lot worse than this. This is okay, I guess. And that's kind of what you're seeing over here with Yu-Gi-Oh! V, one of the few YouTubers speaking the truth, because like you said, your channel is a hobby, not your primary source of income. Oh yeah. I mean, once again, like I said, a lot of YouTubers are afraid of getting, like, I want to say blacklisted. I would just say on the naughty list of Konami, where they won't get a box like a week early and go, wow, you guys, this is a great box. 18 QCRs are going to be hard to fuck to pull. Ultra rares are going to be basically the new short prints. Secret rares that have less value than ultra rares. I'm excited. They can't say that shit. They'll get blasted by Konami. Enjoy not getting your next box. And of course, they're going to lose views, and for them, it's going to be a source of income. For some players, for some content creators, this is a source of income. So I'm not trying to shit on them because I understand, and I want everyone to understand the mentality that's going on. They're shilling to you because that's how they make their money. Rather than getting a regular job, they want to make money like this, and that's fine. That's really fine. But it's fucking funny because we see it clear as day. To those YouTubers, and there's a good amount of them, we say, like, I made a video on the channel about the hierarchy of Yu-Gi-Oh! Who actually makes money. YouTubers are like on top. They make a lot of money as long as they keep saying the same fucking lines. Buy X, buy Y, Konami's great, I'll critique Konami a little bit maybe, and then back to kissing their ass. Because they want that, like, I get it. It makes perfect sense. Very few actually want to go against the grain because it sucks to be them. And once again, it's a source of income for them. So I respect, like, that part for them, 100%. I'm actually really curious what the average players is in Japan now. I'm in OCE. Every Yu-Gi-Oh! I went to at least 95% of the player age range who grew up with the DM and Anime GX series. I wouldn't be surprised if Yu-Gi-Oh! Has an average player base problem in the West, similar to what Gunpla had until Bandai decided to do stuff to try to reach a younger audience. Yeah, Konami's gonna have an issue, and the more they lack that issue of getting younger players to play this game, the worse it's going to be for Konami. Dragon Duels is not a solution. It was a band-aid. And every year, if you watch the audience, the attendance numbers of Dragon Duels, it has gotten lower and lower and lower. That band-aid, it goes worse and worse and worse. And unfortunately, what we're seeing here is Konami does not do anything to fix that. In time, that's going to bite Konami in the ass. Yu-Gi-Oh! At this point will die only because the player base is too old. Maybe the next YCS can be held at a senior citizen's home because that's where the average player base age is going to be. That's it. Like, that's how it's going to work out. Like, unless Konami does something to get new players, it's not going to happen. I mean, the fact that the creator of the show is no longer around, it's going to be hard to really get those players in via the anime. Gotta wish the player base will understand there's gotta demand change. They don't. Like, a majority of players will go to YCS and they'll still play. Like, I will do the same as well. But a majority of them will not speak up about it, and that's the issue. And I'm not saying speak up about it by everyone creating YouTube channels. If you want, you could. It'd be kind of cool. But, like, just talking, posting online, I mean, just, and spamming. Screw it. And every time someone, like, or if you see someone going, hey, man, Konami's doing the best they can, you tell that kid to shut the fuck up. You tell that moron, like that one of the few kids on this planet that own a Nintendo Switch that's looking to win via YCS, to shut his fucking mouth. And I'm joking, you don't have to do that, but you get what I'm trying to say. So then why don't you continue to shake the hand that slaps you constantly? Because I like this game. Like I said earlier, this is a great game, and this game is enjoyable. It's just the company is atrocious. Imagine the game Yu-Gi-Oh! If it was ran by a company like Pokemon. They would have insane price support, and the player base would be happy. It'd be a perfect card game. Every card game has a huge issue, and I mean, it's a glaring issue in almost every card game. Pokemon is still a really fun card game, but they have their own issues. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, in my opinion, the best, has the most loyal player base. And had it been run by a company like Pokemon, you would see a massive difference. You would see a lot of players playing Yu-Gi-Oh! That would never leave it. They would just sell all their other cards. Locana, get the shit out of here. $7 pack Disney card game ran by an independent company that has no idea what they're doing. Fuck you. But I will say, and I might make a video about Locana and why I think Locana isn't a good alternative. I think it's decent. I think they're learning. I think they're trying, and that's great. But Locana has a massive issue, and maybe I'll make a video talking about that. I always talk about how Bandai they're just going to fuck everything up. It's inevitable. Pokemon's not bad, but not the best, but it's still better than... If I had to go to a YCS or a Pokemon Regionals, which is their version of YCS, I would go to Pokemon Regionals, and the reason why is because it's ran infinitely better, and I'd rather play a less quality card game than a card game that's ran, you know, that's in a card game that's just I like, but it's not ran properly. And that's nothing to do with the side deck. Side deck's running Yu-Gi-Oh! Events as best I can, by the way. No, I've been hearing the same thing since singles were released. Yeah, of course. But it has got worse. Like, that's the issue. People will say, and the kind of argument to this is, I've always heard this. Yeah, but it's always got worse. Like, tell me the good things Konami did on one left side, and tell me the bad things Konami has done, and has added onto on the right side. Let me know how that works out. I mean, I can tell you right now, that left side's not going to look that big. It's not. I've been saying shame shot on Twitter. That's the problem. Yu-Gi-Oh! Twitter is terrible. Twitter itself is kind of, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Twitter is really bad. A lot of people will tell you that everything's going great with Yu-Gi-Oh! They need more weird shit, but yeah, I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Twitter is weird. It's not really going as well in California. That's funny because a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Events are in California. Been dying since tournaments came out, but yeah, second format's getting boring as hell. I think the formats, so I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Formats don't really dictate the game as a whole. Because let's say right now, the other format, it's kind of like whatever with Snake Eyes, but Konami gave good price support. You want to be a fucking Saint of P, would ya? You'd be there slapping those Snake Eye decks together and going to your goofy ass Yu-Gi-Oh! Events because you're like, fuck it. The carrot on the stick is the problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! As far as price support. The carrot right now is rotten. Give us a good carrot, we'd all go. The chance of getting that carrot is the reason why Yu-Gi-Oh! Players want to. And I think that's something that everyone just kind of misinterprets. Obviously, not everyone's going to win $10,000 out of YCS. But the chance of winning $10,000 is the reason why people will play the main event. You think people like scratching off lottery tickets? That's just fucking goofy. But the chance of winning the money, that's when they do it. Carrot on the stick. That's something that, once again, a lot of people forget about when it comes to price support. It's just, it blows my mind away. You think price support's going to fix this game? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Because the carrot on the stick analogy. Something that everyone just kind of like looks over, but it's like the reason why people want to get involved in things. And this isn't a go format only for me. Move to Lorcana. Once again, I gotta make a video about Lorcana. And I don't hate Lorcana. I want it to succeed because the more better alternative game does, the more of a slap in the ass Konami takes. But I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are moving to more or less towards Pokemon. And that's because if you win their version of YCS, you win $10,000 and an invite to play at their version of Worlds. So that's probably why. Oh, by the way, their version of Worlds isn't in goofy ass Seattle. They're having their Worlds this year, Pokemon, in Hawaii. But no, enjoy goofy ass, rainy, damp Seattle. Like, Konami, what the fuck's wrong with you? What a shithole. Like, it sucks anyone that lives in Seattle, but like, it's the dump, dude. Like, it's the most shittiest. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? Like, yeah, we're gonna have worlds in Japan. Everyone gonna attend. We're gonna have worlds in Seattle. Almost nobody can attend. First of all, I don't want to go to fucking Seattle. But if I would go to Seattle, it would be for worlds. Oh, I can go to worlds? Get fucked, I guess. It just makes no sense. I don't feel like paying $300 for a deck. Listen, I'll be honest with you. It's a lot more than $300, number one. Number two, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have paid $300 for decks for a long time. It's not going to slow down. The game that we all knew and loved is practically on life support. I want to say life support. It's dying, but not on life support. I think you guys are still a lot left in it, but it will eventually go away because of things I talked about earlier in this video. A PS4. That's right. Give us a PS4, Konami. It's basically the same as the Nintendo Switch. Clickbait this every money in your cringe video and sponsored merch. Hey, thanks. By the way, that merch from Imperium Duelist, I make not a penny off it, but you know. Cringe video. Yu-Gi-Oh! Product is flying off the shelves. Hold on, we got a winner, boys. Yu-Gi-Oh! Product is flying off the shelves. What the fuck are you talking about? Hold on, let me see. Let's go to TC Player. Let's go to TC Player. And let's see something. We'll go to, I mean, these are all the new sets. So technically, if I was to grab Maze of Millennia, it should be insane expensive, right? We'll grab something more new. We'll go, let's go with Legacy of Destruction. That's the newest core set that came out. Flying off the shelves. How much is a booster box of this set? Flying off the shelf. Oh, there it is, right here. There it is. $66. There it is, boys. Flying off the $67. This is being sold at a loss, by the way, with shipping and everything included. Maybe a loss. Maybe if they got a good shipping dollar. Flying off the shelves. This guy got 13. He got 31. 95 boxes. Teenage Sports. How do you keep it in stock? 53 boxes. 9, 8. I mean, these are boxes of cards, by the way. Flying off the shelves. Some people just love looking at boot. Master Duel is popular. I'm not sure. See, I don't know much about Master Duel. I haven't been involved in Master Duel too much, but everyone I know that plays Master Duel has pretty much stopped or plays it casually. Let me know if it's actually popular. And attendance regularly broken events so much so that players got turned away at the door. Well, yeah, because there was a oh my god, this is stupid. So there was a virus and players couldn't come, and then when players could actually still go to Yu events after the whole virus thing went down, Konami still said you had to do mandates because Konami loves licking the boots. And then when Konami couldn't enforce that because the government said no, you can't enforce that, don't be ridiculous. Players started coming back and playing the game. YCSs are so far and few between now that players will still go to a YCS, but for the most part, like I said earlier in this video, players playing a main event versus players playing a side event, I would love to see those numbers pulled. Because I'll tell you right now, the side event numbers have increased, while the main event numbers are stable, maybe increase a little bit, but that's because, once again, everybody was forced to stay home. So, yes and no. What I'm real more interested in is the numbers right after when players are allowed to first play, when no restrictions to go to a YCS event, versus now. And continuing that trend for about the next couple of years. I would imagine numbers will still continue to go lower due to the fact that, once again, the quality is getting lower. You wouldn't want to win a Nintendo Switch, Johnny? Probably not. But yeah, the game and franchise are so dead. Franchise, you say? How's that new Yu-Gi-Oh show doing? How's the new Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, wait, that can't be done, can it? How's the new Yu-Gi-Oh anything? Duel Links? Unless you're in the OCG, Duel Links is not really around anymore. If you don't like it, then move on. This reminds me of people that make TV shows, and then they get like really political in the TV shows, and they go, if you don't like it, don't watch it. And then nobody watches it, and they go, oh, racist is the reason why my show died. No, you literally said, if you don't like it, don't watch it. The reason why Konami will not tell their play base, if you don't like it, move on, because the play base will then find that to be, as with every medium, the minute a company says, if you don't like X, move on, is because the play base will be so insulted, they will actually move on. And that is something Konami fears. Now, would it be something that Konami TG might say? Maybe. But would it be something Konami OCG will say to their player base? Fuck no. If Oshi came out today and said, if you don't like all the garbage we're doing, move on. If you don't like the Nintendo Switch, we're awarding you to win. Move on. Yu-Gi-Oh players en masse will actually leave this game. I really think it would be this last straw for Yu-Gi-Oh players if someone, a company or anyone, was to say, don't like it, move on. And I think that's the reason why a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players haven't, because the company continues to try to like upsell, even though they're kind of fucking the players, and the players are stuck on just enjoying the game itself and dealing with the bullshit that comes with it. So once again, for the 80th time in this video, because I'm still gonna get that comment, is Yu-Gi-Oh dying? The answer is yes, but slowly. True, that's the truth. Anyone saying if you don't like it, move on, well, how's them boots tasting, buddy? Anyone saying nothing's wrong with the game, you're out of your mind. You're a YouTuber that's getting a box from Konami. And if anyone's saying, hey, this game is dying and it's going to eventually die, is something that's someone that's realistic. Because Yu-Gi-Oh players, as they age out of this game, are going to turn around and go, we're the new players. And Konami goes, fuck if I know. You're supposed to teach them at locals for free. That's the problem. It's your boy V, and you guys all have a great day.